Today marks 1176 days sharing lessons I learned and continue to learn with all of you. My hope that these insights will inspire you, support your dreams, help you achieve your goals, and really empower you to become the person that you want to become. I think that's sometimes when you want to become the person, the best version of you, a lot of times we need to understand who we are. And today I will share 10 things that really reveals us, exposes us. Because I think that sometimes we just do not know who we are. And sometimes we need to really multiply ourselves to really understand who we are. For example, money. I think money is a great thing that really reveals who you are. Because a lot of times people say, oh, like, when I will have more money, I will be able to save, and I will have more money, I will be able to give. But actually, money reveals who you are at the moment. So that means if you're not able to give from the things that you have, you will not be able to give when you have a little bit more because you will say, I need more money, I need more money. When I have more money, I will be able to give. So it means when you really get more money, it reveals who you are. And from the beginning, if you're able to manage your money very well, if you're able to save very well, if you do all the things right with your money, that means that you will do all the things right when you have more. And the habits translates on a bigger amount of money. A lot of times, if people actually never had a lot of money and then you get a big amount of money, it again reveals who they are. And that's why so many people who get money just based on luck, like a lottery, like 90% of those people go back to being broke because they just use all the all the models about money, about the finances, about how they live their life, and they lose it. Because actually, when you think about who you are regarding the money, that's where you really where your base is. That's actually where you are. So where are those 10 things that I would love to share? What are those things that reveals us, exposes? Because we need to understand it. Sometimes we're able to really see those things that reveals us, to see those things that exposes us. Because now, when you know exactly what you need to improve, you're able to work on it. But if you have no idea what you are weak at, you're not able to improve. So number one is, I guess, how we treat people who are not in a position to give you anything in return. I think this is great, actually, something that really reveals us or exposes us. How do you treat people who there is nothing that they can do for you? Like going even like maybe there are so many people like even in the street, maybe people who have no money, no nothing, and how do you treat them? How do you really speak with them? Do you give them grace? Do you give them respect? Do you give them really kindness? Or said, oh, this person is not able to give me anything, so I will not give him neither my time, neither my energy, no nothing. I think that's very important to understand that really how you treat people who are not able to give you anything in return is showing. Are you really actually generous, or you just say that you're generous? Are you actually kind? Or are you just kind because you will get something out of it? But you give because you want to get. Because that is a massive, massive difference. And you're able to ask, when do you give? Do you give just to give without expecting anything in return? Because I think that is great to expect something in return. But I think that is great to have that mindset that I give and give and give. I don't expect to get from that person. I believe that universe will pay me back. That's I think that's a beautiful thing because you know that the more you give, the more you will get. I truly believe it comes back tenfold, but a lot of times it comes not right away, but in a couple of years. I truly believe that. Number two, really, the things that really reveals who you are and exposes who you are is failure, setbacks, disappointments. That means it might be that you never failed because you never pursued anything. So if you want to understand who you are, go and fail and how you handle that. Do you take responsibility or you blame others? Because I think that do you adapt? Do you change the pivot? Do you change the path? Because when you think about the goal, there's a mountain of the goal. So it means there's a lot of paths to get to the mountain. So it means if you try one path and that path was wrong and you failed, so do you give up on the mountain itself? Or you take responsibility for something that's wrong path and okay, I will choose another one and I will go after the goal again. Number three is really how you handle power and authority. So someone gives you authority, someone gives you power. How do you handle? Do you handle that as becoming a boss or do you becoming a leader? Are you becoming someone who really micromanages and really use other people for your own benefit, or are you becoming a servant? Because I truly believe that the best leadership is servanthood, being able to serve. Such a powerful thing. So that means that when you have that authority, what do you choose? Do you choose to be a boss, or do you choose to be a leader? And it's, again, power, authority is a great way to reveal yourself, expose yourself. And again, going and volunteering to different organizations, maybe where you're able to get that authority and it'll be exposed to yourself. Because this is, again, this is the things that we need to ask ourselves. We can really reveal ourselves to ourselves, expose ourselves to ourselves. And then we able to say, do I like it or do I not? What do I need to change that? Number four is that how do you react to criticism? Criticism is something that really reveals who you are as well. Because if you're not able to handle criticism, that means that we have that. If you're not able to handle criticism, that means that we have a very high ego. That we need to protect that. We have some kind of mask that we have, and we want to protect that like as much as we can. But when you really pursue not to protect the ego, but growth, at that moment you really see criticism. So I think that it's supposed to really see criticism because that will allow us to grow. If you hide from that, that means that it exposes that we operate not from growth but from the ego protection, and that's not good. Number five is how do you act when no one is watching? And again, this is again you expose yourself, you reveal yourself. So it means when someone is looking, how do you act then? Now, when nobody's watching, you on your own, in your room, what do you do then? Do you still act kind? Do you still do the right thing at the right time and even nobody's watching? Do you do the right thing and nobody's watching and nobody will know what you did? This is one of the best ways to reveal yourself. Understand, okay, do you have actually strong values and do you really live by those values? Because I think that a lot of times what we do in person with others and other people just to see that they have that picture of you or what you do when no one is watching. And we need to make sure that it is aligned, is always to act always the same way rather than like two separate people. Number six is really how you handle disagreement or conflict. Again, this is some people I know that what we do, we just walk away. Run away. And now I understand that some conflicts are worth having disagreement and really invest your time. Sometimes it's better to walk away. That's those is totally fine. Understanding when and where to do, but at the same time, if you walk away from every single conflict, every single disagreement, that means that we have insecurities. That means that we don't have communication skills. That means that we need to really grow ourselves and improve ourselves to be more mature. Mature. We need to build a maturity to really have that conflict, that disagreement. Because a lot of times that disagreement, that conflict, that discussion leads to truth. And if you do not do that, if you do not discuss, if you do not have a conflict, sometimes we do not find what is the best. And what a lot of times people who do not want to have a conflict do, they say one thing yes, but at the same time they do uh, otherwise. So they say yes, but they don't do that. And of course, their choice, everything trust, accountability, dependability, all of things is going sideways. Number seven is how to handle success. Like, how do you handle success as well? I do think that success reveals who you are as well. Do you just have that surface level goal? That means that you achieve the surface level goal and you start to say that, oh, I'm done. This is all I get. This is you want to have mediocre life, or you say that it doesn't matter what kind of success I achieve. I will keep pushing forward. So it is after success. What do you do? Do you take a break for a month, or do you say that this is just a stepping stone toward the bigger goals? Because I think that people who are actually very ambitious, who are very obsessive towards a beautiful thing, now they acknowledge and they celebrate success, but they do not allow that success to really put them into mediocrity. Because that is very common. That after one success, people slow down. I think that after success, we're supposed to lean in because we got a lot of energy from that win, momentum, and we're supposed to use that energy for another win rather than really stepping down. And again, this reveals who we are. Number eight is really how we spend our free time. That's a big, again, people say, oh, I just want to succeed. I want to really achieve the massive success. I want to be wealthy. I want to be rich. I want to buy yacht. I want to be blood jets. Like, there's so beautiful. I want to buy a house. I want to have financial freedom. Like, all those things. And I think that's one big thing is actually what reveals if you actually want it or you just say it because it's nice to say. It's just a wish, it's just a dream, not a goal, not a plan, not a vision. Is how you treat your free time. That means, is your free time potentially is to develop you, or is your free time to be lazy? I don't say that it's bad sometimes to have real relaxation and really rest for a second. That's totally fine. But I think that we need to understand that in our free time, supposed to be allocated, and you will love to be using your free time to develop self, to grow yourself. So it's a free time is a snack for you to really develop self. That is the best thing that you could really imagine. So that really spending your free time to develop self, to improve yourself, to really grow towards something meaningful. I think sometimes people get tired of personal development. It's like, I want you to rest. I want you to be lazy. I want you to really do something that forget about everything. Now, as I said, something is right, but if you're doing all the time and you don't use your free time to really get ahead, that means that you will never get ahead. Because I truly believe that people who get ahead, they use their free time wisely. Number 9 is how you treat your loved ones during stress. This is very powerful because I think a lot of times people, what we do, we say that, oh, my value is my family. So if your value is family, how do you treat your family when you are under the weather, when you're stressed, when you're exhausted, when you're tired? Do you get snappy and do you start putting everything on your family that they are doing something wrong, or are you taking ownership and say, I will need to take care of my emotional being so I don't put all that negativity on my family members? Now, are you able to share it? Yes. But do you want to put that negativity on people? No. So it means that sharing and be vulnerable is a different thing than really pushing and creating some kind of conflict and drama. That's totally different. So sharing your emotions, how you feel, is good with your family, but really exposing your stress and anxiety through negativity to your family is not okay. And again, this shows exposes who you are. Now, again, maybe that shows that your emotional immaturity. That means when you understand it, you're emotionally immature. Okay, let's do it. Let's improve it. Let's find a way how I could develop my emotional maturity, my emotional regulation, understand my emotions more, be able to change those emotions. Because I think that first we need to understand what kind of emotion do I feel, and what kind of emotion I would love that to what emotion I would love to change. And of course, there is a lot of things to do, but I think we need to understand that again, how we treat our loved ones when we do not feel the best exposes us and reveals us. And last thing that I want to mention is that really how do you live when you really lose something very powerful, maybe grief? How you execute in life when there are something major things happen in life? Do you really remove everything in your life and you just like it's too difficult, my life is too difficult, I will not do anything, or you still are able to focus on the priorities in your life? Now I understand that sometimes you can put away some urgencies from your life, but I think being able to really say that my vision is there, this is my vision. So it doesn't matter what kind of thing is coming to your way, I will still, at least a little bit, I will keep moving forward to that vision. Because I think that's when that vision, that priority is not as strong. So when big adversity comes your way, we stop doing everything regarding that vision. And that again reveals us and exposes us to ourselves. Say like, maybe I didn't clarify what I truly want. Maybe that vision is not that strong yet. Because I truly believe it doesn't matter how strong adversity is coming to your way, we're able to do at least a little bit. Just keep that vision alive in ourselves. Couple minutes to do something. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 50 minutes. It doesn't matter how much. Just keep moving forward. Because I know that when you really do that 5 minutes a day towards that vision, when you have the worst days of your life, when you come out of that, you are so happy that you keep that momentum moving because now you're able to allocate 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and then of course go and achieve that overnight success. So I hope that I hope that you reflect as well. What kind of things revealed you? What kind of things exposed you to yourself when you start to understand yourself better? I think that's very, very important. Really seek things, seek challenges, seek perspectives that really could allow you to be more aware about yourself, where you're at. Because the most important part, you're not supposed to be sad that you are very, very weak at something. You're supposed to be sad that you're not aware about something. Because not aware is much, much worse than being suck at something. Because when you suck, you're able to change it. But if you're not aware, you're not able to improve. So I hope you just win and see you tomorrow.